Week 22, round 2. We got twos across the board here at Abelentop by Alex Granger. The tee boxes are moving forward here as everything else starts to maybe get a little bit more complex. Medium wins, so fairly friendly out of the Northeast. Fairways are firm, greens are moderate, which is nice. However, the greens go from very fast to literally as very fast as they can go. We had 170s in round 1, 186s here in round 2, so it's interesting because with moderate greens, it should help curb some of that very fast on approach, but it's still going to be quite a tough ask. First and foremost, thank you everybody for being here as we stream this on Twitch, and if you're watching on YouTube, I thank you as well. Consider dropping a sub if you enjoy. And let's get to it. So we've got headwind and downhill to start. This is definitely downhill a little bit less. But I feel like with full backspin, there's the chance that you can take an aggressive line here. Otherwise, you're laying it out into this, and that's sketchy to me. Also creates much more distance. So I'm going to try and go aggressive here. I don't know if this is actually the play, but full backspin into this should be able to stop. A little bit fast, but that is a-okay. It looks like we should have the distance. Now sit. That's all we need from you. Just settle down here. All right, right in the center of the fairway, 128 yards in, a little bit of headwind. We have to remember these are medium winds, so nothing's going to be crazy strong, but they're still going to be present, right? Even if this is 5 to 6 miles an hour, that's still 5 to 6 yards. So downhill 3 could be a little short. We've got downhill lie here and very fast. So there's the thought of de-lofting this and putting spin on it, which I think might be able to hold. Otherwise, we're trying to reel this in. And I think full backspin. I think we can be a little bit on the aggro line with de-lofting it solely for the fact that it's moderate. A little fast as well. The 101 and fast could make this problematic if it wants to roll through. Okay, so we get left, which gives us a downhill putt. Obviously not where we would want to be. You want to be a bit closer to the hole, if anything, just to the right. But to the right is quite tight. So let's see if we can get a read on these. I've been concerned for a bit here about the green speeds. 170s were tough. We did start to dial into them. But these are going to be tough as well. It's downhill, fairly calm behind. So it's really about, like, if you tap this, how much is it going to turn? Okay. And so there you have it. That still misses low. That still misses low. So it's gonna be good to see. It is gonna probably inform quite a bit about how we have to approach the rest of this. I may have pushed that a bit too far out to the right. If we don't get a kick to the left here on top of this hill, it could spell trouble. Actually holding my breath. there. Okay, so we get out of there alive, and now this provides us with a bit of a chance to do something. We can't go long. The question becomes, do you take the pitching wedge pitch up into this, and will it roll? Because moderate, and then will it roll through? And it might, but the other option that we have is a full lob wedge. And I think, personally, I'm just always going to err on the side of the full lob wedge. Especially because if we end up to the left, it should kind of trickle down towards the hole. So long as we don't go, like, anything too crazy. So 4 up. Let's just call it 4 or 5 off. 107. 102. It's moderate, so I'll give it just a touch. Okay, the wind is turning on us. Wind is turning on us. I'm gonna go just a touch to the right. This means that we're gonna lose a little bit more distance. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Colby, you shouldn't have. The wind didn't play as much. The wind didn't play as much as I thought. Oh, wow, that just cut right through. That just cut right on through. Okay, well, there you have it. Moderates, and then you need this to roll. So we got to get this to hit up in here and release. How is that? Okay. I don't know how that comes out so short. That has to be the very fast was like way too much. Or the hill played way more than I gave it credit for. Ugly. Ugly. I got greedy trying to go after it. I should have been okay just leaving it a little bit short. Now we turn the corner. Now we turn the corner. 8 iron, moderate, very fast. Like, the question becomes, does this roll out the 8 yards? I think I kind of have to have that mindset of, like, we have to assume that the low is a little bit okay, because we don't want to roll long. So I'm going to give it some room. We're going to have wind as we go downhill, so we're going to have to play for that. Little slow. It does feed a bit left. Okay. We make out there because of that ridge. We make out there 100% because of that ridge. Just send it home. Okay, so we waste some opportunities there at the start, especially hole 2. Hole 2 has, we haven't been able to bring it home the way that we really want to. Now, this is surprisingly drivable. But it becomes the question of, like, if you get back here, that's not an easy putt. What is it if you put yourself in this bunker here? 25 yards? I mean, it's definitely splashable. It's got downhill and it's very fast, but again, moderates, if you can control it, even leave it short with the spin, it should trickle down. The wind is turning, so this actually creates all sorts of problems. Or maybe it doesn't. Maybe it just puts you in that bunker more easily. You just really can't be in the heavy rough. That's like the only thing, is you gotta be in the bunker. Wind's turning again. I'm gonna put a little bit of deal. If I sail it. Okay, you can see the swing there is a full-on bailout. Did not want to go left. Fairway down here, honestly, is not all that bad. Now, trying to chip this up, probably not the greatest. But that being said, very fast. This could be okay. You've got to hit it, like... You've got to hit it pretty well, but... I'll take that touch. I'll take that touch 100%. Okay, come on. Let's get some birdies going. Let's get some birdies going here. 25 up. Do you have to lay this back? And if you do lay this back, where do you end up? Yeah, so you start ending up in like 7-iron or 6-iron. There's a lot of green to work with, so it's not the worst thing. Like, obviously you want to, but feels like going for this drive could be problematic. Hitting the slow there is definitely problematic. Gosh darn it, Colby. Again, we do have room to run. We just have to clear this ridge, and I think you can probably run it on 186s all the way back. So 80% off 6-iron is 150. Oh, geez. Okay. 80% on this guy, 180. So maybe 5-iron. It's got to hit better. Gotta hit better tempo. Ah, we got low rolled on it, guys. Low roll 5-iron. That's unfortunate. I don't think I can. I don't know. Maybe playing the 4-iron is the smart play. If you high roll, you end up out the back with an uphiller. That's probably what I needed to do. Because now I can, like, try and play this around and down. Come on. Use the green. Roll down. Not bad. A little bit short. A little bit short, but I think overall that's probably a pretty good read. All right, it stings because I feel like we go for the safe play there and end up coming up maybe a bit shorter than what I would have liked to have. But at the end of the day, if you're missing tempos on approaches, on drives, whatever, it's always going to come back to make scoring all that much more difficult. So can't be putting yourself in the rough, because putting yourself in the rough for your approach shot, you're just subjecting yourself to the randomness. You know, I'd rather have the randomness of 99 to 100% or 98 to 100% than 72 to 85%, because that's 13% there on a club that long can be up to 20-something yards, right? So now this could be good. Where are these mega slows coming from? I'm getting like mega pushes with mega slows, and I'm making my life so much harder on myself. Where does that come from? I'll load it. Good distance control. Just comes out a little bit on the low end. All right, so scrambling for some pars here. Not the way you want to start your round. Definitely not. Now, this feels like a one where you roll it back in there. Like, this is too aggressive, but downhill and then the wind, land it short. But 10 yards with a 5-iron, even though it's moderates, I still think this is definitely enough. That's the swing we need. Nice and crisp. There's a little bit of uphill here, so it should die. But that is what we need, and then we have to be able to drive these home. We have to be able to drive these home. You can't be. Look at how sharp that is. I hate it. I hate it. It's so sharp, right? The whole, like, what are you supposed to do there? I don't want to lay up this par 5, but I think we end up in the sand otherwise. What if we take this out here? I mean, you're basically forcing yourself into a driver off the deck, but I just don't know. I don't know about clearing that. So I know this is quite long of a second shot, but we were in the rough, or we were in the sand and didn't reach in 2 last time, so we actually get like an incredible lie here. Holy cow, 93%? So that's 280. I mean, this is 270 to... So what? Let's see. 90% is 270, right? And then you've got extra distance on that. Maybe another 8 to 9. I mean, I'm going to say closer to 10. The 270, 280, wind back. That's too far. Ended up getting like 280. So like that wind ended up being like nothing. Trying to land that about 10 yards shorter. Let's see here. So you could play full off, full backspin, do about 28-19, the lie. Yeah, I'm gonna wager here that this could be pretty good. It's far. Gosh darn it. Why does that come out so clean? Why is it? I don't understand those lies. So many times the steep uphill never seems to play, and then it starts to play on some of those, and then it doesn't play there. Like, I don't follow what happens with that. Why does that sail so high? I thought we were gonna miss it. I thought we were gonna miss it. Okay. Let's get things back on track here. Clean pants for Casey. Yeah, Casey gets to keep his pants clean. His clans peen. If you keep your clans peen, I might be a little bit concerned. That felt good. You see that little wiggle on the way up? Oh, man. All right, so 4 under going out. Not the greatest considering, like, what opportunities we had presented to us. But we have 9 holes left. We can definitely put something together. If I just don't do this, there's no way I get away with it now. Casey, thank you for the bits. Wizard, welcome back. Shooting myself in the foot. Gotta find fairway. Gotta find fairway. Gotta find fairway. And what do we do? Here we are. I have to basically... I can't play at the flag. I have to play out to the right. Maybe can play for the green in that back portion, or you're playing it short for the chip up, but horrible, horrible lie. 70% is 54 yards. That's 130. Then you lose on elevation into the 120s. I don't know what I'm supposed to do there. Like, I guess 7 iron was maybe a better play to keep it out. I can't believe this holds. Okay, so now is where we've got to do something with it. I'm not gonna act like I'm not gonna act like this lie is gonna do too much to it. Too far. I don't know. I'm struggling. I'm struggling with the distance control here. These chips are not flying out as consistently as I would like them to. All right, we're gonna go aggro line. Not gonna let that break. Okay. Stop throwing yourself off the fairway, Colby. I think that's been one of the big things is the amount of times that our drive is just finding the rough. Because it's absolutely killing us around here. It is absolutely killing us around here how much we're off the fairway. The way that these holes are shaped and distances and stuff, like, this course very hard punishes missing. It's a good shot. Just need more of those. Just need more of those. That breaks a bit more too. You've got to be kidding me. Is it just going to be one of those... Is it just going to be one of those rounds where we're just like off kill tonight? What's going on, JG? Do a play-by-play Texas Stars hockey tonight? What division is that? But that's awesome though. I know Moose has been doing all sorts of that. AHL? Okay. Yeah, I know that was something he was into. I haven't seen him in a long time. So, flirting with this, I think you have to go long and just use the bowl. Trying to run this up is probably not a great idea. So I'm going to take stock 5, and then it's all about... Lives 15 minutes from me? Okay. That's awesome. Yeah, we're just going to ride this around the bowl. It's going to be a tough putt, I would think. But I don't see a world in which trying to bounce it up the slope on the false front is where we want to be. Now, we do want to be, mindful of the pace here because 186s can easily roll us out. Does that really almost low roll on a, like, wow. Okay. All right, I think today we're going for it. We didn't go for it yesterday. I think today we're going for it. That's the strike. It's gonna stay low, isn't it? Okay. I didn't know how aggressive to get, because I didn't want to, like, go full-on out the back. Alright. The lie does... I don't know what to make of these lies anymore, other than that they do lie. So I'm gonna try to stop it. Obviously, we want to sink it, but I think at the end of the day here... Yeah, like, I've got nothing. Like, that comes up way shorter. All the other ones, like, we've had, like, 2 go way short. We've had several go way long. I can't get a read on anything with these. Almost missed that putt high. Jeez. Yeah, this is, people are scoring on this round, and I can understand why, but we are finding ways to struggle with it. Just enough on, like, missed inputs to the wrong spots. Like, if this doesn't kick to the right, yep. Like, it's all things like this. I'm hitting fast at the wrong time. I'm just hitting a few too many, like, wrong things and really hurting ourselves. So I think 4-iron, I mean, you must just be hitting and hoping here. We got the high roll. So we got the low roll on the earlier hole. We get the high roll here. So I don't know how this putt looks. Dainty, I think, is probably the best way to describe this putt. Dainty. I'm gonna go back here. We could be wrong as long as we're not too long. As long as we're not too long, I don't think I mind. I feel like we actually gotta go pretty lately here. I don't know what that swing plane was, but as long as the pace is more the concern. And that seems way too firm. I wish that the game told you what a foot meant. Is it 7 inches? Is it 15 inches? Like, I can't tell how much elevation that is, and it costs me dearly. Cool. Cool. So this hole gonna really put a damper on our parade here. Not that we had much of a parade going, but Okay, single bogey save, so like that's a positive, but I'm really not loving how this round has come together. I don't know if something got in our head about it going to be easier, or if we're just enough off, or what it is, but something's not quite clicking for me. I can't go 4-iron. So I think we have to just kind of bank on 19 yards on the downhill. A little fast. Hopefully that's not too far left. It does feed right. I just hope it's not too much pace. That's the other concern. Which it probably is. That's so tough. That's so tough. Like, I can't go 6, and like I don't know. I'm hard pressed to loft the 5-iron there. One hole doesn't define you. No, it absolutely doesn't. You've got to be joking me. Okay. One hole doesn't define you, but yeah, just not the greatest round. Like, not much more to be said than that. Things just not quite clicking the way that you need them to. 258. It's 290 to the hole, but can you bound this down? 10 yards in the fairway. It'll end up being that I need. Feel like I need the extra distance. And then it becomes a question of that kick to the left. Everything feeds left to right, so I think as long as you get it down there, should be able to get the feed. All right, that's a good strike. If it has the distance, that's gonna be the question at hand. My luck, it'll get stuck on this upper left part and not have enough speed. Or we'll get stuck up left. Oh, cool. We'll just go straight through the break and all the way out the back of the green and leave it back here. Wow, that's amazing. Holy cow. I thought that the turn to the right, I didn't think we'd have enough speed to just, like, go all the way. So that was shocking. That was extremely unexpected. I don't know what's going on with my grip. My swing plane is like excessively to the right. I'm okay with it being right, but it's like it's veering way too far out there. To the point where we're hitting things so much further to the right, which is part of where our issues are stemming from today. Not fully, because tempo hasn't been it. I'm banking on this to not go all the way through. I don't know if it doesn't, but At this point, we kind of just have to go for it. Do I love this? Absolutely not. But we have a backstop that we might be able to work. So 70%, be about 80 yards. That's going to put us short of the hole. But if we take this guy, that's closer to pin high on the... That's on the high end. That's closer to pin high. 70% here is 100. We're going to hit this and use the backstop to come back down to the hole. And if that doesn't work, then I don't know what to do. Simmer. Freaking 186s, it's just too much. Alright. Trying to do too much with it, I suppose. There we go. Finally. Finally, finally, finally. The most roundabout birdie we could have had there, for sure. What is with me on this hole hitting fast? That's gonna sit. Okay. So one more shot. Let's try and get this thing. Tempo was just a bit off today. Some reads were a bit off. The very fast green's getting to us a bit. But all that being said, we can still get in an 8 under on the round. Bruh, just, what is that? What even is that? I'm like, I guess getting ahead of myself. I deserve that after saying, oh, we can still get this idiot. Okay, so, you know, not our finest work. Not our finest work. This is supposed to be a round that should be more scoreable, but we just couldn't. We weren't firing on all cylinders today. Gonna drop us down the leaderboard a little bit, but we're still in a fairly comfortable position mid-pack. It's not gonna completely ruin our week. You know, more of those rounds maybe, but if we can keep it at this pace or better, we'll have a fine tournament for ourselves.